Tress?
What is it?
Where's Jonah?
You okay?
Yeah. I've been trying to send a voicemail to Noah all morning and I can't figure out what to say.
Didn't you already tell Jonah and Rain?
Yeah, but Noah and I aren't exactly in a good place right now. I don't know how to tell him that I'm going away for a bit without it sounding like I'm giving up on fixing things between the two of us.
Going away for a bit and giving him the space he needs is your best shot at fixing things between the two of you.
I know.
I'm heading to the bank. I need to figure out this whole exchange rate bullshit before our flight.
Can you stop by Delsey's and grab me a carry-on?
I thought you were taking 2 suitcases.
Oh, I am.
I told you to pack light.
We're going on a 10-day vacation to Paris. 2 suitcases and a carry-on is packing light.
You're lucky I love you.
Hi, Noah. I'm sure after what happened yesterday with Raven, I'm the last person that you want to hear from right now, but I just wanted to let you know that you won't be hearing from me for a while. Ezra and I are leaving for Paris today. I hope by the time that I come back, you'll be willing to meet up and talk again, but if you need more than 10 days, that's fine too. I just miss you. But we're doing this on your terms now, so take as long as you need. And know that I'll be here waiting for you when you decide that you're ready to work things out again. However long it takes. And I'll make sure to grab a vinyl record or 2 while I'm there. I'll talk to you soon. Pamela.
Well? Aren't you going to invite your favorite mother-in-law in?
Of course.
Hey.
Hi.
Were you watching me sleep?
Maybe.
That's creepy.
You get in bed with someone you barely know, you risk being watched in your sleep. That's how it is.
That's fair.
All right. I have to go.
Wait, what?
I have to be at the hospital in like 10 minutes.
You're still going to that?
Of course, I'm still going to that.
But I was hoping we could talk.
And we will. After work.
Can't you get someone else to cover for you?
No, I can't get someone to cover for me. I only just got back to work yesterday. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
As a man with many crowds come up for air, as my sins flow down the Jordan, oh, I want to come here and give every part of me, but there's blood on my hands and my lips are unclean. Take me to your river.
Good morning. I made you some breakfast. Raven. Can we talk about this? Please? Look, I fucked up. I admit it. I never should have went behind your back and talked to Tresser. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I promise. You can't just not talk to me all day. Raven, I get it. You're hurt. I'm sorry, but this is not the way to handle things. You're being a child about this. This isn't how adult relationships work.
And what do you know about how relationships work?
That's not fair.
Don't talk to me about fair.
You know you also lied to me. Sneaking around, seeing Noah behind my back? I'm not exactly the only one who fucked up here.
You're really going to try and turn this on me.
I don't want to turn anything on you. I'm just saying we were both in the wrong.
You know why I didn't tell you that I've been meeting up with Noah this whole time? Because I don't trust you.
That's your problem.
Excuse me?
I'm just saying, with everything you've been through.
Do not try and use my past against me.
I'm not trying to use your past against you, but this is just what you do. You find it hard to trust people.
Did you or did you not prove me right, though? Did you not choose her over me?
I did, but that's only because I didn't have a choice.
I'm sure you didn't.
This whole mess, with you, me, Noah, and Tresser, it's a lot bigger than you and I, okay? Tresser needed to know Noah's okay. If it was any other circumstances, I wouldn't have went behind your back and sided with her.
So that was an isolated case.
Yes, it was.
You're telling me it's all in my head. You're telling me you never choose her over me.
I wouldn't.
What happened after I left last night?
What?
After I stormed out. What happened with Tresser?
I asked her to leave.
So I left, and then you asked her to leave right after. That's it.
That's it.
So that's not her wine glass on the desk? Because I know you don't drink wine. And I know she ordered red wine right after she slapped me. And there's no way you let her into our home after she slapped me. Right? I rest my case.
Did either of them come downstairs yet?
Nope. She just woke up a couple of minutes ago.
How do you know?
Lots of slam doors and angry foot stomping. Thin floors.
What are you doing here? Didn't work start like 2 hours ago?
Yeah, I just thought I'd check up on you.
Why would you do that?
Well, it's just that with everything that happened last night...
Go to work, Jonah. I don't want you checking up on me. Go to work, I mean it.
Morning.
Ugh, that was painful.
He deserves it.
What are you doing? Shouldn't you be going to work?
I have a friend who's covering for me.
That's not the point.
Look, Raven doesn't have any shoots scheduled for today, so wherever she left to, she won't be long. I want to be here when she comes back.
But she said she doesn't want you here.
I didn't exactly want her all up in my business when I started drinking again, but she was. And she helped me get through it. So I'm not going anywhere. Have you seen today's paper laying around here?
Are you going somewhere?
Ezra and I are going away to Paris for a couple of days.
And where is my son now?
Just running errands. Why are you here, Pamela?
I thought I'd stop by and see how you're doing. Mass murder and all.
It's been a month. It's a little too late for condolences, don't you think?
Well, you'll have to forgive me. I've been busy with elections around the corner. Especially with my son's focus elsewhere.
Yeah, I figured this is where this conversation was going. Jordan's not getting the message across the way you'd hope she would, is she?
Considering you two are off to a romantic getaway together, I'm inclined to doubt her abilities to talk sense into my son. Figured it's about time I take matters into my own hands.
You're wasting your time. He's made up his mind.
Has he?
Yeah, he has. So, I think you should leave.
You're an anxious little thing, aren't you? Worried I'd change his mind?
Get out.
I expected a little more trust. I guess your relationship isn't as strong as the two of you had me believe it was. After all, I really did think you loved him better than to stand by and watch him throw away everything he's worked for.
This would have hit me a lot harder if I knew that it was his dream he's given up. But it's yours. He never wanted any of this.
Do not lecture me about what my son wants. I know what my son wants.
Let's skip the part where we pretend that you're a good mother, Pamela.
Excuse me!
You're controlling, manipulative, and just toxic. For years I've watched you make his life a living hell. And here we are, even 10 years later, and you're still trying to control his every step as if he was still a child. And I've never said anything to you about it because you are his mother and my soon-to-be mother-in-law. I wanted you to like me. I wanted to make this work. But your relentless efforts to drive a wedge between Ezra and I over the past couple of weeks has made that impossible. So all bets are off. I don't care if you like me, and moving forward, I don't want anything to do with you. And neither should Ezra. So if a strained relationship with you is the worst thing to come out of him standing by me through all of this, then this might just be the best thing to ever happen to him.
I'll be honest, I didn't think you had it in you. It almost makes me feel bad about the way my son's been handling this.
Handling what? What's this?
An eviction notice. Thought I'd hand deliver it myself.
What?
I'll have my son explain things to you. Coming clean to you about all of this is likely the only chance he's got at redemption. And Tressor, it's been a pleasure.
So, take as long as you need, but know that I will be here waiting for you when you decide you're ready to work things out again. However long it takes. And I will make sure to grab a vinyl record or two while I'm there. I'll talk to you soon.
Raven,
You will not believe what Simon did last night after I left.
are you okay? Where are you?
I'm at the diner. Meet me there.
Now?
Yes, I'm waiting.
Two whole weeks, eh? Not gonna lie, I'm kinda hurt. That's 2 weeks later than I expected.
I'm not here to get back together.
No, I know you're not. I assume you're here for a fix.
I don't want anything from you.
Is that right?
I just want to know why I'm having such a hard time finding a new supplier. Did you put out a word about me?
I may have let it slip that you threatened to report me.
What?
Did you not?
That had nothing to do with us as a dealer and client and everything to do with us as a couple, and you know it.
Oops. My bad.
Clear my name.
And why would I do that?
I said clear it.
Check your tone, Bellamy. You're in no position to be barking orders.
I won't ask for anything else. Please.
Oh, that's precious.
For old time's sake.
I'm bored of this. See your way out.
Marley, I'm begging you. I'll do anything.
Leave the girl.
I can't do that.
Then stop wasting my time.
Wait. Please, there has to be something else I can do.
You leave the girl and I clear your name. Those are the terms.
I need time to think about it.
Take all the time that you need, babe. And here. Just something to keep you satisfied.
Thank you.
Don't spend it all at once, okay?
Sorry I'm late. The nearest Delsey was closed.
Your mother dropped by.
Whatever she said to you.
She left this. It's an eviction notice.
Fuck.
What aren't you telling me, Ezra?
Hey,
What took you so long?
I'm sorry. I needed to get dressed. What happened? What did Simon do?
Okay, last night, after I stormed off because, your sister slapped me.
Right?
He let her into our apartment.
To do what?
I don't know, does it matter? You'd think he wouldn't want to be anywhere near her after what she did to me.
If that's really what you think, then you haven't been paying attention these past 3 years. I'm sorry, it's just, what did you expect? He does shit like this all the time, and every single time you act like you don't see it coming.
Seeing it coming doesn't make it hurt any less.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I just hate seeing you like this. I need to tell you something.
What is it?
It's, Faye and I kissed last night. I thought you should know.
When?
After I dropped you off.
Was it just a kiss, or did you...
It was just a kiss. We exchanged feelings.
Feelings? Now you have feelings for her.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I thought you'd be okay with this.
How did you think I would be okay with this?
Because you're with Simon.
Is that what this is about? You're trying to punish me for being with Simon?
I'm not trying to punish you, Raven. I'm trying to move on with my life. I've been waiting for too long. You said so yourself.
When?
Last night. You said it's time to let me go.
I was drunk.
So let me get this straight. You don't want to be with me, but you don't want me moving on with someone else?
I just find it interesting how one day you're telling me you love me, and the next you're telling me you have feelings for someone else?
The next day? I have loved you for 3 years, Raven. Hell, I still love you. And if you really want to be with me, Raven, just say the word.
What about Faye?
What about Faye? I barely know her. I don't care about her. Not the way I care about you. If you tell me right now that you're willing to leave Simon and be with me, it'll be like I never even met her. Can you tell me that? Can you tell me you'll leave Simon for me?
It's not that easy.
It's that easy. I just did
You've
it.
known Faye for 3 weeks. I've been with Simon for 3 years.
And it's been 3 years of him treating you like shit. Choosing Tress over you. I wouldn't do that. I choose you. Every time. Just like I'm choosing you now. I'm going to ask you one last time, Raven, and that'll be it. After this, I'm not going to chase you anymore, okay? I've chased you for too long.
Noah.
Simon or me?
Noah.
Choose.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Alright then. I'll choose for you.
Noah.
Bye, Raven.
There you are. I'm sorry, I came as soon as I saw your text.
Shut the door.
Okay. What's going on?
God, I really hope you're not allergic, although I don't think you
Allergic
are.
to what? What was that?
I kind of, sort of, did something stupid. Meet Cat.
My God!
Still working on the name.
Hi, Cat.
So basically, she was scheduled to be euthanized this week, and she looks just so much like one of my cats back home, so I acted on impulse, and woof, there we go.
Who would want to put this sweet little baby down?
That's what I said. Yeah, but now I have a massive problem on my hands because we're not allowed to keep pets here, you know, and I'm not going home until a couple of weeks, and even then I doubt that my parents are going to let me get another cat, so basically, fuck my life, am I right?
You're so cute.
So I was wondering if maybe you'd take her.
What?
At least just until we find a more permanent home for her, you know. I'm sorry, I know it's a lot to throw at you out of nowhere.
I'll do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's the perfect timing too because Tresser's traveling for like 2 weeks and, well, I honestly don't really care what Jonah has to say about it.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
I won't be able to bring her home until 2 hours though. Is that okay? I have class.
Sure, I mean, I guess there's no harm in her crashing with me for a couple more hours. We do have to figure out a real name for her though because Cat... kind of cliche.
How about Maddie?
And that's even more cliche.
Maybe, between the two of us. But it's a cute name.
Okay. Maddie it is then.
How long has it been? How long have you been pretending you still had a job?
3 weeks.
3 weeks? I don't understand. Why did you feel like you needed to keep this from me? Ezra, you've kept me in the dark for way too long. You're done dodging my questions.
I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to blame yourself.
Why would I blame myself?
The reason my mother fired me is because I chose to stay with you over being mayor.
What?
She gave me an ultimatum. Either I put our engagement on hold and focus on winning the elections, or she cuts me off and takes away everything.
And now you're unemployed and we're getting evicted. I'm so sorry. We'll get through this. You chose being mayor, didn't you?
All right, I think I got it.
Well, what's the verdict?
I don't know. I think it's good. Can you let me know what you think?
Still a recovering alcoholic.
Right. Shoot, sorry. A recovering alcoholic who spends all of his free time in a bar. What's that about?
Are you kidding? This is where all the action happens.
Like last night.
Exactly. And there's no better distraction from your own problems than having a front row seat to everyone else's. And around here, people's problems are aplenty.
You're telling me. I still need someone to help me catch up on what's going on with everyone.
Alright, I'll break it down for you. Okay, Simon and Tresser. Been friends for a lot of years now, ever since the death of our mother 15 years ago.
When you abandoned them.
Yeah, when I abandoned them, Eileen. Does everybody have to point that out, like every time?
Sorry.
Anyway, so Simon helped Tresser raise Noah and Rain. And I guess at some point along all those years, he fell in love with her.
Wasn't he like a brother to her then? Kinda creepy, if you ask me.
As her biological brother, I couldn't agree more, but we're not going to think about it too much because then I'd need to start drinking.
Got it.
And then Simon met Raven, and they got together about 3 years ago, conveniently around the time that Tresser and Ezra got engaged.
Tea.
Tea, indeed. And then, my brother, the hopeless romantic that he is, fell for Raven, which, if you ask me, is kinda shitty considering everything Simon's done for him and the family. Nobody calls him out on it, though. Everyone just pretends it's not painfully obvious, even Simon.
Because he's too worried about Trezor and Ezra's relationship to care about his own.
Well, now that's the tea.
And where do you fit into all of this?
Well, I don't. I'm just here for the ride.
You actually believe that, don't you?
What the hell are you still doing here?
Hey, calm down. I just got back from work.
Eileen.
It's true, he just got here like 15 minutes ago.
Okay, good. I need a drink.
Simon told me he's coming from work early today, so you two can talk.
Oh, that's just great.
He said to try and get you to stick around, but I thought you should know.
Did he say when?
He said at 1, and it's already 20 minutes past 1, so should be any minute now.
Then I need to get out of here. And I can't go to Noah's, so I have nowhere to go. Fan-fucking-tastic.
You can come over to my house.
Did you miss the part where it's your sister? You know, the one you share the house with. That slapped me.
Well, she left a message this morning that she's going to be traveling for a couple of days with Ezra, so the house is clear.
She's traveling with Ezra? Oh my god. Anyone break the news to Simon yet? Oh, is he okay?
Alright, let's get you out of here.
Are you good on your own?
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm serious. We won't open for a couple of hours and Simon will be here by then to help. Go.
Thanks.
Oh, what do you want me to tell Simon if he asks about you?
Tell him to shove it.
Needed space it is.
Benji! What are you doing here?
Did you take your lunch break yet?
I was about to. Why?
We need to talk.
You're making me real nervous here. What happened? Did one of those guys from that night contact you?
No, nothing like that.
Then what is it?
What's going on between you and Noah? Do you like him? Or are you just being nice so he doesn't press charges for what happened that night?
Why are you asking?
I was at Joe's. He didn't notice I was there. He was meeting up with that girl. The one that came over last night.
Raven.
Yeah.
They're friends, Benji. And she had a really tough time last night. I'd be surprised if Noah wasn't there for her.
He told her he loved her.
I know that. He told me that he did last night.
You don't understand. He told her he wants to be with her.
If this is you acting out because you don't like us getting closer, Benji.
I'm not making any of this up, Faye. He told her he loved her. That he wanted to be with her, and that if she breaks up with her boyfriend, I think his name was Simon, that it'll be like he never met you. He asked her to choose between him and Simon, and when she couldn't, he stormed out. Are you okay?
Of course I am.
But you do like him, right? It's not just an act?
It's not, but it's alright.
Are you sure?
I've known him for 3 weeks, Benji. Even if I did feel something, it isn't anything serious. It's nothing worth worrying about, okay?
Alright, if you say so. If you want me to kick his ass, though, just say the word.
Too soon.
Right.
Thanks for looking out for me.
Yeah. Always. I have a class to catch, and this is getting too touchy for my taste. So I'm gonna go. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, good luck.
Can you please say something?
Don't.
Tresser, can you just hear me out, please?
I'm just finding out that you gave up on our relationship weeks ago, Ezra.
I did not give up on our relationship. I'm doing this for our relationship.
Okay.
What do you want me to say, Tresser? I'm sorry my mother is a fucking asshole who stops at nothing to get what she wants.
How about we not pretend that she didn't give you another choice?
What, getting fired? Losing the house? It's barely a choice, and she knew that, which is why she gave it. She was going to take away everything, and I'd be left with nothing.
You'd still have me. But that's not enough, is it? I guess that "you're all I ever wanted" bullshit that you spewed last month only carries weight when it's something you don't actually care about on the line.
This isn't just my life on the line anymore. I'm fighting for our life, our future together.
What future?
Don't say that.
You made a deal with your mother to end our engagement.
Not end it. Just put it on hold. We'll make my mother happy, and then when I lose...
If you lose.
When I lose, we'll get back together. My mother will leave us alone, and things will go back to the way they were.
Things will never go back to the way they were.
They will. I trust that they will. Because I love you, and I know you love me. We'll get through this.
Congratulate your mother on my behalf.
Tresser, please. This isn't how I wanted to leave things off.
Well, we don't always get what we want.
Tresser!
Wow, don't you look miserable?
How did you find me?
Really? You lived in the same...
Are you sure you don't mind me drinking around you?
Oh yeah, it's fine. Besides, I'm like 6 days sober. If I'm gonna lose that progress, you better believe I'm gonna lose it over something much better than cheap beer.
I don't know.
Come on, have a little trust in me. I have great self-control. Well, as long as I'm not spiraling over my ex-girlfriend's marriage.
Seriously? You're telling me you lost all that progress over a girl?
Alright, I mean, calm down. It's not that hard to believe.
Yeah, it is actually. I never took you for a romantic.
Well, yeah, now not so much, but like back then, oh, boy, like you wouldn't believe. Noah's hopeless romance ain't got nothing on me back then. Touch a nerve?
Yeah, if we could not mention Noah, that would be great.
So what happened between the two of you today?
Did you not hear what I just said?
Oh, I did, but I'm bored, so I don't care. So what did you do? Go stare at someone else for 12 seconds too long? You spend all morning with him and forget to sit on his lap at least 3 times? Oh, did you tell him to get a haircut? Because honestly, like a month in, I've convinced myself that he cuts off anyone who tries to. Because I refuse to believe that you all claim to care about him, and yet let him walk around with that mop of hair on his head. Boy belongs in a broom closet, I swear.
He told me he's in love with me, okay?
Well, I mean, no shit. You can't really expect me to believe that you didn't see that coming.
He also gave me an ultimatum to choose between him or Simon.
Ah. What did you choose?
I couldn't. Now can we drop it, please?
Sure. Bored again. Why couldn't you choose?
Ugh, drop it.
I mean, it's just that, like, nobody thinks lower of my brother and is as righteous, holier than thou, can do no wrong, will literally make your existence a living hell if you just so much as disagree with him. Bullshit.
Jonah.
And even I think he's the obvious choice. Honestly, I've been here for a month and I still can't wrap my head around why the hell you're with Simon.
Some best friend you are.
In case you hadn't noticed, him and I haven't been friends for a very long time. I'd like to think I'm more your friend than his.
Easy on the friend word.
I'm serious. What are you so worried about?
It's Simon, okay? We've been together for forever.
3 years is not that long of a relationship.
It is when it's your entire life. He's not just my boyfriend. He's my roommate, my boss. Hell, every relationship I have that's worth a crap, I have because of my relationship to him. I wouldn't know half the people in my life. The only people that matter if I wasn't Simon's girlfriend or Simon's bartender. Who's to say I'm not gonna lose them when I lose him?
Well, isn't that the biggest load of BS I've ever overheard?
Are we all seeing the cat that just made its way into the living room? Or...
I don't know if you only think of me as that little girl that Simon helped raise once upon a time. And that's fine if you do, I guess. But I don't only think of you as Simon's girlfriend. Never have. You're like a big sister to me, and nothing's going to change that. So, if you're too scared to lose Simon, then that's perfectly fine. I understand. But I won't let you use me as an excuse to stay.
Okay, seriously though, guys? Are we going to address that cat or not?
Her name's Maddie, and she's going to stay with us for a while. Not up for discussion.
Well, alrighty then. Hi, Maddie. You couldn't have found a more dysfunctional family to get stuck with. No, you could not.
I'm heading out for a bit.
Rain. You're like a sister to me, too.
Alright, I have to go meet Bellamy. You do what you need to do, okay?
Okay.
Who is it?
It's Rain. Everything okay? You sounded upset on the phone. What's going on? You're scaring me, Belle.
I have a problem.
Tell me what it is, and I can help you.
You can't. Not with this.
Tell me.
It'll scare you off.
Nothing you say is going to scare me off.
You don't know that.
I love you, Bellamy. Nothing you say is going to scare me off. Let me help you, please.
That medicine you saw me take a couple days ago, that wasn't actually medicine.
What do you mean? What is it?
It's drugs, Rain.
What? You're doing drugs?
I am. I have ever since I was a teenager.
How do I not know this?
It's not exactly something I want to broadcast. You never would have given me a chance if you knew I dealt. Hell, you just told me you loved me a second ago, and you still can barely look at me.
No, I'm sorry. This is a lot to take in, but it doesn't change how I feel about you.
Wait, before you say anything else, it doesn't really end there. My supplier's Marley. I tried to change that to get someone else. I wanted to get rid of her completely. Didn't want her to play any role in my life. Not even as a supplier, but... To get her to leave you alone, I had to threaten to report her. So word got out and nobody else wants anything to do with me. I tried to get her to clear my name, but she said she only would if I break up with you.
Is this what this is? You're breaking up with me.
I spent the whole morning trying to convince myself of reasons why I needed to, and it worked. I could think of like half a dozen reasons, and they all come down to the fact that you deserve so much better.
That's not for you to say.
I'm a drug addict, Rain.
Who's never once offered me drugs or tried to pressure me into doing them.
I pressured you into sex.
You waited 2 weeks until I was ready.
You weren't ready. You were vulnerable.
You don't get to tell me how I was feeling. I wanted to be with you, and I was. That's the end of that.
I slept with Marley. The day I told you I just talked to her, I went to her place, got high, and fucked her.
Then you were under the influence, and we weren't together, so...
I lied to you about it.
You didn't lie to me about it. You just didn't tell me the whole truth.
Stop making excuses.
I'm not making excuses. You telling me you slept with Marley would have just caused unnecessary problems, especially now that I know it didn't mean anything to you.
What if I told you it did?
Then I'll know you're lying.
Why are you making this so difficult? You know I'm not good for you.
If you're looking for an easy way out, then I'm sorry, Bellamy. You're not going to have it. I'm not going to break up with you, and I'm not going to play along to the narrative that you're breaking up with me for my own good, because you're not. I know my own good. So, if you're going to break up with me so you can go back to using, then do it. Just do me the courtesy of not pretending like you're doing me a favor, and say it like you mean it.
I don't want to lose you, but I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can handle this. I'm not strong enough.
Yes, you are.
I'm not, and I'm scared.
We'll get through it together. I'm going to be right here with you, okay? I'm not going anywhere.
I've been through this road before, Rain, with my parents, rehabilitation. It's not exactly easy, and it's definitely not pretty.
I lost my mother when I was 3, was raised by my 13-year-old sister, and had an alcoholic-turned-neurotic father who ended up shooting down a hospital. My life hasn't exactly been pretty.
But I wanted this to be different. I wanted to be an escape for you from all of that. I wanted to be your something pretty.
And you have been, and you are. We just have to get through this together. You're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
I love you, Maddie. You're my best
Where the
friend.
hell is my phone?
Or,
Jonah!
Just a second, Maddie. What?
Help me find my phone. I need to call
You
Noah.
don't need to do anything. Sit down.
Can you at least call me or something?
Oh, I don't have a phone.
What kind of 30-something-year-old doesn't own a phone?
I threw it away.
Why'd you do that?
Because my girlfriend wouldn't stop calling me.
What?
I know, I could have just blocked her number, but...
You have a girlfriend?
I mean, technically, it should probably really be had by now. I haven't really talked to her in a month, so I'm kind of hoping she got the hint. Although, I mean, you'd think skipping town without saying goodbye would do the trick, but, I mean, no. She just kept texting and calling and texting and calling. And, oh, Jonah, where are you? I miss you, blah, blah, blah. It was just fucking infuriating, and so I threw it.
You really haven't changed, have you? 15 years and you're still the same shitty-ass boyfriend. Trash-talking Simon like you have any room to talk on what it means to be a good
Well, I
guy.
never said I had room to talk. I mean, I know I don't, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he should have treated you better.
How about instead of worrying about how others treat the people in their life, you start working on how you treat the people in your own life?
Well, where's the fun in that?
That's just it, isn't it? This is all fun to you. You think it's fun trying to figure me out, like I'm one of your crossword puzzles.
Huh. See what you did there.
I was never your friend. I was only a A distraction, so you wouldn't have to stop to think about every single fucked up thing you've done leading up to your life today. Beats drinking, doesn't it?
Okay, I think you're taking this way too seriously. We were just having a good time.
I got my period when I was 12 years old.
What?
Got my first modeling gig at the age of 13.
What does that have to do with anything?
I didn't drive until I was 17. Didn't have my first boyfriend until I was 14, which I know comes as a little bit of a shock.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're doing here.
I was 11 when I had my first kiss, and 16 when I tasted my first dick.
Are you done?
And I was barely 3 weeks old when I was discovered in a garbage can in some alley after my parents left me to rot. Which, you can imagine, left me with some serious trust issues. By the time I was 7, I was in 6 foster homes. I was 9 when I was finally adopted, and 18 when I ran away from home, but I'm pretty sure you already knew that one, so you get some points. So there you have it. That's everything, I guess. Game over. What? Nobody come back?
Are you being serious?
Who's that?
It's Tresser.
What? You said she was traveling.
She is. I don't know, she probably forgot to pack her passport. Something.
We'll find out what she wants and get rid of her.
I'll get rid of her. Just don't get into anything, all right?
Hey, I wasn't the one who was...
Okay, don't make a noise. It'll be quick in and out as long as she doesn't realize you're here. Are you okay?
It's over.
What's over? What happened?
My engagement. Ezra called off our engagement.
Where are you going?
Where do you think? To get Noah.
You can't drive. You're drunk.
I'm not drunk. I barely had a beer.
Yeah, and with your tolerance, that's too many. You're not driving.
Fine, then you drive.
Can't we just get an Uber, or we could walk there?
I don't have my phone, and it would take us twice as long if we walked there. And in case you haven't noticed, your sister isn't exactly in a good place to be left alone for too long, so let's go. What are you still doing just standing there?
I can't drive, all right?
What do you mean you can't drive?
I mean the last time I was behind the wheel, I killed my mother. And put my brother in a cast. And I almost orphaned my little sisters. I can't drive.
All right, it's okay. You don't need to drive.
No, Raven, you can't drive either.
You don't even have to come with, all right? Stay here with your sister.
I'm not letting you drive.
Someone has to get Noah.
All right, wait. Get out of the car.
Jonah!
Get out of the car so I can drive.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm sure I'm not letting you drive with how much you've had to drink, so... Yes.
It's okay. You're okay. There you go. That's it.
Thanks.
Oh, wow.
I know what you're thinking. I went overboard with the candles. I just thought I'd light 1 or 2 to set the mood for when we have our talk. But then I kept adding here and there, and before I knew it, I was turning your bedroom into a fire hazard. I can put them away if you want.
No, it's fine.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just tired.
Yeah, I can imagine. You've had a long shift. We can lay down if you want.
You know what? Scratch that. I'm not alright. I think we're moving way too fast.
When I suggested we lay down, I wasn't implying we...
I'm not talking about that.
Then what are you talking about?
Did you meet with Raven today?
I did.
Why?
She was still upset over what happened last night between her and Simon and Tress. She needed a friend, so I was hearing her out.
Benji was at the diner. He overheard your entire conversation. How you told her that if she's ready to leave Simon, it'll be like you never met me.
Oh, wait a sec. I was only telling her that to prove a point. I knew she wouldn't leave Simon.
Just don't, Noah. I know how you feel about her. Heck, you told me right off the bat that you're in love with her. I buried my own grave getting involved with someone I know has feelings for someone else.
If Benji overheard our entire conversation, then he must have heard me telling her that I'm done chasing her. He must have seen me walk away.
After she couldn't bring herself to leave Simon. What happens when she does?
She won't.
Let's say she does. A week, a month, a year from now, she leaves Simon and finally admits it's you she wants to be with. Can you guarantee me that you won't choose to be with her instead?
Yes, I can. I told her I'm done, all right? I'm moving on. This is me trying to move on.
You don't move on by jumping into another relationship. Because when you do, people get hurt. And I know you don't want that to happen.
I won't let that happen.
I can't trust that you won't. Maybe sometime in the future.
In the future? This is crazy! You have to give me a second chance here, Faye. It was a moment of weakness.
That was more than a moment, and you know it!
What about this? Tell me you don't feel anything.
You know I do.
Then give us a second chance. Let me prove to you that I'm ready to be with you, and only you.
Benji's not home. I have to take that.
Just know that these things will never change for us at all. And if I lay here, if I just lay here,
It's Raven.
What are you doing here? I told you, you can't show up like this anymore.
I just needed to.
I don't care what you needed. Under no circumstances should you think it's okay to barge into my girlfriend's apartment.
Tresser and Ezra broke off their engagement.
What? When?
I don't know. Earlier today. Tresser just got home and she's a mess. She's going to need you there beside her, so I thought you should know. Jonah's downstairs waiting to take you home.
All right. Just give me a second. have to go. It's...
No, yeah. I heard. Go.
Can we finish our talk tomorrow?
I'm sorry, Noah. I've made up my mind. There's nothing left to talk about. At least not for a little while.
If space is what you really want, then I'll give it to you. I'm not gonna stop trying, though, because I meant what I said when I said I liked you. It was never a rebound thing.
I know.
Alright, I need to go. I'll pass by tomorrow during your shift to pick up my stuff. I'll see you soon, Dee.
I'm sorry. I have to see who it is. It's Noah.
Thought he wasn't exactly big on keeping contact these days.
He isn't. Hey, is everything okay? What? What do you mean? Okay. I'll be right there.
Is he okay?
Yes. It's my sister. Her fiancé just broke off the engagement.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I have to go. I'm sorry,
No, I understand.
Are you going to be okay on your own?
Of course. Go be with your family.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Withdrawal symptoms won't get really bad until at least the next morning, so I'll be okay for tonight.
Call me if you need anything.
And Rain, I love you too.
I'm gonna drop Raven off.
That won't be necessary.
She's had a few drinks.
Yeah, you're staying put.
Oh, I had one beer like an hour ago, okay? It's out of my system. I can drive fine.
You're not going anywhere near that wheel if you drink so much as a sip. Not with your tolerance.
That's what I said.
Ugh, you guys are so blowing this out of proportion. You need to be here for your sister.
And I will be. After I drop you off. And until then, Noah's got it. He's always had it.
But you're here now. So don't take too long to come back.
I won't. Alright, so we have a grieving sister to worry about, so we should get going.
Right. We need to talk later.
Alright, well, thanks for completely wasting your time and dropping me off, I guess.
Anytime.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, were you being serious about the whole trash can baby bit, or were you just trying to prove a point?
If I tell you I wasn't being serious, would you stop looking at me like that?
Like what?
Like you feel bad for me.
But I do feel bad for you.
Well, stop it. I don't want your pity, and I don't want it to change things between the two of us. I call you out on being a good-for-nothing narcissistic asshole, and you not so subtly imply that I'm a two-timing condescending bitch. That's how this friendship works.
Ah, so we are friends.
I'm serious. I never stopped tormenting the living crap out of you, even after I found out you spiraled into alcoholism because you believed you were responsible for your mother's death. I expect to be treated with the same level of insensitivity.
All right. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll go back to thinking you're a whore and stuff.
That's all I ask.
But I really am sorry you had a bad childhood.
Me too. Alright, you should get going.
What are you gonna do now? About Simon. And before you bitch about it, I just want to be clear about this. I'm not asking you because I'm bored. I'm asking you because I'm your friend.
Tresser and Ezra's engagement being called off. It kind of changes things.
Changes things how?
I don't know yet. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
What are you doing out here in the hallway?
I couldn't bring myself to go in. I figured it's better you than me.
Why?
I haven't exactly been the best brother these past couple of weeks.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I stopped answering my phone or replying to texts, moved out despite her begging me not to. I haven't been there for her, or for you for that matter. I mean, I didn't even know Tresser and Ezra were having problems.
Nobody knew. I don't even think they knew. Why else would they have planned a trip to Paris?
Still, I don't think I should get to be the one who's there for her after being gone for so long.
You've been away for 2 weeks, Noah. That's nothing compared to the 15 years you've spent putting us first. Give yourself some credit. Growing up, you're all we've ever needed. And I bet you walking through that door is all she'll need to turn around what is probably one of the worst days of her life.
That's a lot of pressure.
Good thing you're not doing it alone, then.
Right.
Okay. Here goes nothing. Hey.
Noah?
Yeah, it's me.
I'm guessing you heard that I got dumped.
Something like that. Yeah.
So this is like a pity drop in.
I was thinking I'd stay for a while. Maybe even move back in.
No, it's okay. You don't have to.
I know. I want to.
Are you sure? You're doing so well on your own.
Seriously? You're choosing now to give me space? You and Ezra broke up, Tress. I'm not letting you go through that alone. We're not letting you. So, can you please move so I can sit with you?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Okay.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
Dad,
I told you, I don't want you anywhere near this family.
I just want to pay my respects.
You killed your mother. You don't get the chance to pay your respect.
Dad, please, it was an accident.
Get out of here.